When we talk about women, Christiane, and how women must develop themselves to be ahead from where they are, it's unavoidable that we are going to speak about men's mistakes. And usually, men are made responsible for every difficulty that women face.
Yes, women, they suffer a lot with their own insecurities and with their relationships. So women, they are very emotional. This is very normal. I am emotional, you are, all of us. And when we go through situations, we tend to suffer more or we show more than men. So women, we need this. But for you to desire for the woman to be happy, to tell her that she needs to value herself, that she's valuable, everything that you do for the woman, everything that you say to her, you show to her that she's important to you, everything is valid. However, these will not solve the problem that women have, at least in their relationship.
And there's no point in comparing men and women. It's unfair to make this comparison. There are mistakes on both sides. Men commit many mistakes by themselves, also in relation to women when they are in a relationship. The same is with women when they are in a relationship. There are mistakes on both sides. What we must do is to stop thinking about the general view and to start thinking about the individuals. Then is when you have the power. We don't have power to change society. We can only change society as much as we change ourselves. When we start changing our own behaviors. And that's what we want to talk to you about today. Women, pay attention. We are not saying that you are responsible for their mistakes.
Yes, let's repeat this. Please repeat.
We are not saying that women are responsible for men's mistakes. What we are saying is, often, women deal wrongly with men's mistakes, and they enhance them or add to their mistakes instead of being better than that.
In other words, he has mistakes, yes. We are trying to help her how to deal with his mistakes.
Let's go. 5 mistakes that women make. First mistake is to be naive. We are talking about relationships.
Yes.
When women are naive in regards to men, it means that they overlook a lot of information. They look at the man and they say, this one is different. I don't need to know his past. I know that he has some problems with addictions.
But he will change, I will change because he loves me. And he told me that he loves me more than his ex.
Yes, he got involved with crime. He abused women before.
Yes. I'll change his life. I'll make this man a different man, and also I will give him a child because as a father, he will be more responsible.
And this naive woman is the one who usually enters into an abusive relationship.
Renato, in other words, she has the right intention. She has been a nice person. She's trying to change a person to help the man. I believe in you. We are not saying about the intention. The intention is right. However, when you are naive, you will suffer because you believe a lot in someone who hasn't yet proven to you that he's worthy of you.
The opposite of being naive is to know that there are good men in the world, but there are bad ones too. There are men who are ready to treat a woman well, and others who are ready to take advantage of women. You cannot be naive to think, because they looked at you and told you that they love you, that they will make you the happiest woman in the world, to marry you, that those words are true.
And we are not saying for you to not trust people, but you need to validate.
Prudent.
Exactly.
Second mistake, they facilitate too much. Because of the need for attention, we know that one of the main characteristics of women is the feeling to be desired or loved. And because of this need for attention, they see the mother with her husband, the sister with her boyfriend, time is passing, and they are alone, so they lower their standards to be able to be in a relationship. They facilitate the men to join their lives. So they are at a pub, at a bar, in a party, and for very little, they surrender themselves.
And she does not allow him to work to prove anything to her. What she does is to make everything easy for him. On the first moment that he gives her attention, she doesn't make it hard, because when you are needy or you think that you are at a certain age that you need to find someone, you start to think like this: I need to do something, I need to do something. So there is that person that does not act, that does not want to be in a relationship. And then, what do? Okay, we won't be in a relationship. So she makes it easy for him, because she thinks, if I don't do anything, he won't do anything, and I will be left with no one. So with this mentality, she allows the other person to break her heart, because he made it clear: I don't want to get married. I don't want to be in a relationship. I just left a relationship. And then sometimes, Renato, she gives herself to someone that is still in another relationship, and she does not allow the person to prove to her that they are worthy of her.
And this is human behavior, human psychology 101. Everything that we easily get, we easily let go of it. Because if this one was easy, there's another easy person later.
And she is teaching him, like, if many women make it easy for men, so life goes on. I don't need to fight, because I will always have someone available for me.
Third mistake that many women face, and usually this is the sequence they do. They try to do the same as the man did.
Because she's hurt, because she got hurt, because she believed, and then she tried to do something to solve the problem. Now she's revolted, and then she says, I'll be the same.
She started as a Disney princess, well, the one back in the days, because today is different. So she started as a Disney princess, and she got hurt, and she said, you know what? I would do just like men do. If men uses us, then throw us away, I would do the same. If they can, I also can. If men wanted to dominate me because they had money, so I will make my own money and I will depend on no man. So they decide to play the role of a rascal, just as men did to her. So she'll do the same to them. So again, instead of raising the bar, she lowers the bar. They did it to me, I will do the same to them. So they become the same as those men who they condemn. Let's continue with the 5 mistakes. We spoke about the naive woman, the one who facilitates, the one who is the same as the man, and the 4th mistake is the following. She says, I'm the boss. If I'm going to be in a relationship, I'll be the boss. No man will boss me around. So that they may not suffer, so they need to put men under their feet. So because they treat men like that, they think they will not suffer in the hands of any man. But if she manages to find a man who subjects himself to this kind of treatment, who usually such a man doesn't exist, but they can always find one or two, she will despise this man. She will see him as a wimp. She will have no respect for him because she will treat him in a disrespectful way and will have no admiration for her husband. And the last mistake that women make is this one. After all they've been through, she gets to the following conclusion. Men are no good, so you know what? I will only work, make my own money. At times, women start to relate to other women because they think, as men are no good, so women will understand me. So they discard men from their lives. They discard the masculine figure from their lives completely, and they spend life pointing out men's mistakes, and they close themselves to a new relationship. So all these mistakes multiply the other mistakes. It makes men to be exactly who they don't want them to be.
Yes, and she becomes bitter. We have seen many women bitter, that keeps murmuring, complaining, hating themselves, because this is a grudge. When you say that men are not worthy, you have grudges against men, and this grudge is like a poison inside of you. And whenever something happens, you see on the news, that just increases the grudge inside of you, and you become more cold. And this, it is exactly what you hated in the beginning when you were just a girl, a naive girl. So you become this person that it hurts you a lot. And you start to hurt yourself. You hurt yourself, other people, your children, because don't think that someone who hates others is someone who is happy. It is impossible, because hate does not match with love. So you cannot love. You cannot make anyone happy. You can be someone pleasant because you are full of grudges inside of you. Bitterness.
In other words, these 5 ways to deal with men's mistakes is the wrong way to position yourself before problems and enhancing the problems.
It's like this. I don't like who you are, and I'll become exactly the same as you.
So what is the solution? This last scenario shows it. How women should deal with it. She must learn her own value. She needs to value herself. The man may treat her with the value that she gives herself. When we find someone who respects themselves, who value themselves, automatically we start to love and respect that person. This is both for men and women. But if you don't know how to do that, then you enter this
game.
Yes, this whirlwind that society promotes.
That no one is winning.
Yes, they promote this kind of behavior. If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.